appreciate you allowing us to use the station church for our voting place down there. Well, it's good to see you this morning.
Sir, you too.
And Justin, when you lead us in the pledge after that, would everyone stand, please?
We'll go to the Lord in prayer. Dear God, we come to you this morning. First and foremost, we just want to stop and just thank you for Jesus, God, and just thank you for what he did for each and every one of us on the cross and in the tomb, God, with just rising from the dead, God, to just be our atonement for our sins. But God, right now, I just pray just a special blessing over every person in this room, God, for the decisions that are made for just the surrounding areas of Birmingham and Jefferson County, God, that every decision be made with wisdom, and God, to do the best just for the area, for the community, and for the people. But God, most importantly, I just pray that everything that's done in here, to the best of our abilities, will bring you honor and glory. God, I just thank you for these people and just for everything that they do, just for us, for the community, and for the citizens. And just ask now your blessing over them and give them the wisdom, the strength, and the power to do the things that's best for the people. And God, to bring you the most honor and your glory. And we just thank you. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Commissioner, we have 2 sets of minutes for your consideration today. We have June 20th. And then we have our June 26th reconvene meeting where we had to handle those board appointments. Is there any corrections, additions, or revisions, or will we take a motion to stand as read?
I move we dispense the reading of the minutes and adopt them as written.
Second.
A motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, any opposed? So we're good to go. You know, next on the agenda, we have some presentations, and we're going to begin with a litter quitter anti-litter video. We do this every year, and it's always a pleasure. We have competition winners. Helen, would you?
I'm going to let
Hannah going to do it?
Program.
All right,
All
Hannah.
right. How is everybody? Good morning.
How are you?
I'm excited. This is a great time. We get to say no to litter. We want to make Alabama the beautiful and make Jefferson County even better. And we're excited and we're proud for the support of what the departments and the commission offers our students. So what Litter Quitters is a video competition. It's a threefold. The first part is to educate students, high school students that are fixing to drive. They're the ones most likely to litter. So our goal is to have a fun, energetic, cash prize opportunity for them to create a video, submit it to the competition. So they make a 60-second video. We put it on our Litter Quitters website, and then they must engage the public. So it's another level, so we get to reach a broader audience. They're the ones speaking on their behalf, telling you why litter is bad. And then the public gets to vote. It's an integral part of this project. So the public, we encourage the public to vote. It starts on April 10th and ends on April 22nd. Teachable moment, Earth Day. So then the video with the most likes wins. And what do they win? Cash money. $1,000, $500, and $250. But wait, there's more. The one video that gets the best message, anti-littering message in production, gets another chance to win another $1,000. Even better, we are going to make these students movie stars. So what we do is we have a PSA that they get to create themselves. We video them. Fox 6 is an in-kind sponsor that produces the video, and it is currently airing on television right now. So we're going to show you some of the stuff. We're excited. So we couldn't do it without partners. It's not just Jefferson County. We have City of Bessemer, City of Birmingham, City of Leeds, the Jefferson County Department of Health, Soil and Water Conservation District. So there's a lot that make it happen. I'm just here representing the committee. So first, what I wanted to say, I'm going to go in order. So District 1, Commissioner Scales, Minor High School.
Yes, ma'am.
Yay, we are
Yay.
super, super excited. They got first place,
Uh-oh.
but they also won Best Video. They won a total of $2,000.
Yay.
So let me, how do I work this? Oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to show the video. And y'all can go on to Litter Quitters and watch this at any time.
You've been promoted. You are now one of my elite litter quitters.
Yay.
So that's a lot of fun. So
Yay.
these students work really, really hard on their videos. So they also, right here, is a picture of them receiving their cash award. Again, they got $1,000 for placing first in the Locust Fork, which is the northern part. And then they also got the best award, so we're really excited for them.
We are.
And I also, Minor High School also participates in our MLK volunteer cleanup every year. So they have taken ownership over Minor Parkway, and they clean all the way from 70, I think that's 78, is that? 78, all the way to 269. So, and they participate also in the Mogul Loop Road cleanup and stuff like that. So they're very engaged. And the best part is they are now change agents. So they're going to be the ones telling other people, don't litter, be a litter quitter. Okay, so then also in your district, Fairfield High School, they won second place. And let's see here. Let's get their video. There we go.
Just know we did not have pictures of all this trash, but I just saw one thing.
First the water stands in the land. Yeah, water flows over or under on this way, so the stream freeze over. See trash hanging on the brink of the yard. Come on, guys.
And that's their video. They came in second place. They won $500. And, Ellen, do you mind if I minimize this to get there? There we go. And there's Fairfields. And they've been participating in volunteer roadside litter cleanups for a few years. So we're really excited to have them as well. And it's a teachable moment. So it's not just about litter, it's about the environment, how waterways, how to be better stewards of our roadways. So we're real excited about that. So moving over into District 3, Commissioner Stevens, Oak Grove High School. Now their take on this happened to be when the golf tournament was taking place. All right. And if y'all know Trudy Parsons, that's her son right there.
causes wrecks, washes into rivers, and destroys our ecosystem. I guess I should be glad and all doing my shit. Anyone listening at home, don't litter. Let go of single-use plastic and recycle when you can. We'll only have one Earth, so we've got one shot to protect our environment.
So that's in the, they're in the Valley Creek watershed. They came in first place. They won $1,000. And Oak Grove has been instrumental in having a roadside volunteer cleanup for a decade now. And it's exciting that they get to clean further and pick up less trash every year. So that we're real excited to have them a part. All right. And then we're going to go to District 4, Commissioner Nye, Clay Chalkville High School. Okay, and okay. And then, yeah, thank you. Christopher Campbell, they do it with their media class, and Christopher Campbell led the way. He's really instrumental and teaches the kids.
Stormwater pollution has a negative effect on water quality. It kills wildlife and habitat. It degrades our drinking water. Looks bad and smells even worse. The good news is, stormwater pollution can be prevented. On average, 7.2 million Americans get sick from water pollution. It's not just people. Animals get sick too. Dirty water is ruining our health and our environment. We need to take care of our earth together.
So don't worry, these conditions will body weight. Make sure you include honey and protein in your diet. Also, be sure to drink 5% water per gallon. Remember, the long way to stop this is to stop litter.
Please don't forget to be a litter quitter.
So that's Clay Chalkville. They won $500 in the video competition, and here's their class. That's the media class, and they're real excited. They're always coming up with something fun every year. And then in District 5 was Homewood High School. Oh, got it. And Homewood right here.
We all share this beautiful home, but litter is a real problem in the Colorado River watershed, as you see here in Sands Creek. We've all contributed to this issue with our single-use plastics ending up in our water streams through our storm drains.
These plastics have a short-lived use, but a long lifespan of up to 500 years. Degrading microplastics that make their way into our aquatic food chains and even our own water.
We can do better by reducing our use of single-use plastics and turning to longer-lasting alternatives.
We can educate others on the issue at hand. Progress starts with knowledge.
These rivers and streams provide our drinking water, so we must make sure to keep it clean. Not only for our sake, but to ensure its future for ecological and recreational purposes.
We can do better.
We can do better.
I can do better. If we want a better future,
We will do better.
And so they have a great video, and you might say, well, wait a minute, why didn't they win? The reason why is every year we ask for them to come up with a different theme. And this theme, they won very similar a video last year in this theme, and they won first best overall message last year for that. And then, but we're still proud of them. And then that's they won $1,000. So that's theirs. Now, I talked about we get to make them movie stars. So we take them out to Railroad Park, and this is in the news. And hold on, was it in about? Yes, the campaign. So part of the mass media campaign, one of the first ones is, where was it? Was it in the news? Hold on, sorry about that. Had it. Helen, do you remember where it was? The original, the PSA.
Is that it?
Oh, never mind.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It's right there.
Hello. All right, so this is.
litter is ugly.
Litter is full of germs.
Litter can cause car wrecks.
Litter is, watch my
So that's their. So anyway, that's the PSA that airs. We use the students because, again, their voices. And another reason why is everybody wants to see their kids on TV. So it's another means for us to reach a broader audience and have other people share because they want to display and showcase that their kids were on TV. We have radio commercial that also is airing. It's in Spanish and English. We also have a bus ad that's going to be Don't Make Me Pull This Bus Over, working with Class Trans. We're real excited. So we appreciate the support of the campaign. We look forward to next year. And if anybody has a school that wasn't participating, we'd love to have a contact and engage more high schools. Since COVID, we've lost some of the schools simply because of teachers rolling out. So we appreciate your help. We're excited for the students. And so thank you. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hannah?
Well done. Well done, Hannah.
Hannah, CBS called and they're wanting you to come interview for The Price is Right for next year.
We have another item that's coming up now. It's and this is a good news item, and it's a proclamation recognizing WBRC for 75 great years. Wow. I asked Helen to please make that presentation since she is our PIO.
So, I'm really proud to make this proclamation because I worked at Fox 6.
Yes, you did.
I think back when you first started. So we won't talk about how many years ago that was, will we? No, it wasn't 75 years ago, but it was a long time ago. So I'm very excited to present this proclamation today on behalf of the Jefferson County Commission and the commissioners to WBRC and Fox 6. And Sarah, thank you for being here to receive it. The service to the community that they have provided is immeasurable, as you guys know. They cover our commission meetings. They cover news in the community. They just provide a valuable service. And without, our local news media, we would not be able to get information out to the citizens of the county. So I won't read the entire proclamation because there are a lot of whereas and bets and all that in there. But I will touch on a few things. July 4th, 1949 is the date for Channel 6. They started on the air. And they've had a remarkable history. They've been an integral leader in innovations in broadcasting and transitioning from black and white to color television in the 1950s and pioneering high-definition broadcast in the 21st century. In 1953, they moved to Channel 6 as part of an FCC-ordered frequency realignment to avoid some conflicts in Nashville. In 1954, at only 5 years old, WBRC switched from Dumont to NBC Networks to CBS. I don't know. There was a lot of changes back in there as I was researching it. But anyway, WBRC has tirelessly supported numerous community projects and charitable causes, reinforcing its role as a pivotal community pillar and partner. And we certainly do appreciate the partnership. So, Sarah, on behalf of the Jefferson County Commission, and I really don't feel like I can do that, but I would love to get a picture with all of the commissioners and with you. Thank you so much for your service to the community.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so very much. Please speak.
Well, this is beautiful. Commission President, to all the commissioners, I think I know all of you very well. On behalf of our station manager, Jason Matthews, our news director, Shannon Isbell, our assistant news director, Crystal Swan, and 130 employees at WBRC. And I also would like to remark that over there is a photographer who has been at WBRC probably as long as me. Mike Tucker is an Emmy Award-winning photographer, and so I'm so proud that he is with us here today. 75 years is a long, long time, and it's a lot. It means that we've been here reporting. It means that we've gone through so much with you, and it means that we're not just spectators, that we're invested in this community, and we're a part of your community, and we care about what happens here in Jefferson County. So thank you so much for this honor, and we'll display it proudly. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, Sarah. Hold on, Jimmy, before she comes up. Sarah, can you go back? I was trying to stop you. I didn't want to embarrass you. I asked the commission president about this particular proclamation because probably some of what I'm about to say, even my colleagues didn't know. But I became a publicist 20 years ago. And one of the things that I had to do was to pitch news. And folk didn't understand that once you have to get through a newsroom just to get something on the air, that's not the easiest thing to do. And so to make a long story short, I remember having to come up when Bill Bolin was there and other folk were there, and we covering things when it's hot, when it's cold, and when it's raining, and whenever something's happening. But I do want to say that you all have been extremely committed to the community in a way that I think is very effective. And because of that, you and I both know that imagery is everything. The way things roll out may not necessarily what we like to see sometimes, but at the end of the day, is it factual? And you got to cite your sources. And I do want to say to you as my sister, how proud I am of you. I will say this in this setting because I think it's befitting. When you understand this industry, a lot of women of color, and particularly if you're not fair-skinned like me, don't make it this long. You've made it. And I want you to know that you matter to us and that you've done a superb job in making sure that we see beyond just the normal way of people doing things, that you're talented. You're beautiful and you're talented. And you've made it. And I think I needed to say that because, like I said before, a lot of times people don't understand in certain industries that it makes it harder. Doesn't matter how talented you are, people are always looking at what they think is more marketable. But I want to tell you that I think that you have done a superb job. I don't know how long you've been there. I know you've been there over 20 years because you've been there as long as I have.
Over 30 years.
Yeah, that's my
35.
point. Yeah, so I just want to tell you, kudos to you, kudos to the station, and just proud to say that I know you and know everybody that's over there, even though we've been changing hands throughout the years. But I really appreciate it. I thank Jimmy for thinking enough, recognizing that we needed to celebrate one of our media partners that's doing some great work. So thank you. Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. Coming up and get your picture back. Yeah. All right, Helen, come up here. Come on. Come up.
Come up here and stand between these handsome men.
Or, here, you come on. You come and get over here since you're a media representative.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you go ahead and get the, I didn't know that. Here, you good, yes. How about that?
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
Just one more. Make sure you keep your eyes open. Here we go. Ready? You got that.
1, 2, 3.
There you go. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate everything that you do.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're a good partner.
See you soon.
Okay.
See you tonight.
You even came out and
Yeah.
danced at our senior.
All right. Thank you so very much. We have one other agenda coming in for presentation. Now, this is kind of bittersweet. This is going to be handled by Mr. Cal Market, our county manager. It's a recognition of Justin Smith for his exceptional service. Justin, I'm going to turn this over to Cal, but I'm going to do it reluctantly, okay? Cal?
Good morning, commissioners. Yeah, I'm not going to do this. We're going to wait.
Yeah.
This is a proclamation of exceptional service, but it's coming because Justin is moving up to a higher, bigger job, and we're very happy for him. I'm very sad for me and for all of us. I'll read the proclamation in a second, but Justin's been here, I guess, how many years? Almost 13. 13 years, and he knows more about the county than most anybody. Everybody calls Justin when they don't know what to do, and he always knows the answer. He's brilliant. He likes to cook pork, and he's really good at that as well. But he's a really good guy. He's very honest. His integrity is just incredible. He's also been a leader in the County Commission Association and the County Manager Association. He's helped so many people, so many other counties and folks in our business, but I'm going to miss him tremendously because he just does a fantastic job. And I'm afraid he does so much more than we don't know about that we're really going to find out more after he's gone. But so I'll read the proclamation. Whereas Justin Smith has faithfully served as an assistant to the county manager for more than 12 years, demonstrating unwavering dedication, professionalism, and commitment to the betterment of our community. Whereas throughout his tenure, Justin has exemplified the high standards of public service, contributing significantly to the efficiency and effectiveness of county operations, and playing a crucial role in numerous initiatives and projects that have positively impacted the Jefferson County residents. Whereas his leadership, expertise, and collaborative spirit have made invaluable assets to the county manager's office and the entire Jefferson County government, earning him the respect and admiration of colleagues, officials, and citizens alike. Whereas Justin's exceptional work ethic, integrity, and passion for the public service have left a lasting legacy that will continue to inspire future generations of public servants in Jefferson County. Whereas Justin Smith embarks on a new endeavor, we wish to extend a heartfelt gratitude for his many years of service, to convey our best wishes for his continued success and fulfillment in all future endeavors. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the Jefferson County Commission, do hereby recognize and commend Justin Smith for his outstanding contributions to Jefferson County, and we wish him as he transitions to the new and exciting opportunity. Let this proclamation serve as a token of our deepest appreciation and enduring respect for a distinguished public servant whose impact on Jefferson County will be felt for many years to come. Signed, the 11th day of July, 2024. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you all. This is an incredible honor, and I'm incredibly humbled to be standing here right now in front of you. I can't believe that 13 years has gone by as quick as it has, and the things that have happened in the time that I'm here, this commission and your predecessors all should be very proud, as well as the staff of the county. There's an incredible staff that's been assembled here, and I've said it a few times already, but I've been very privileged to work with some of my best friends, and you don't get the chance to do that very many places. I think everybody knows my history with Tony previously, prior to Cal, knowing him since I was a teenager in Civil Air Patrol, but Cal's been to my house and has helped me fix a plumbing issue. Angela and Helen were neighbors of mine for almost 4 years, and I could wave at Angela going to take my trash out in the morning, and that was always fun, and we could bop over and talk about a couple things. Helen had a great deck to drink margaritas on before she moved to Gardendale. Chris Tate back here with the EMA, I've known him since I was in high school, and we've spent hundreds, if not thousands, of hours together doing Civil Air Patrol stuff, whether working at Camp Shelby in Hattiesburg, Mississippi after Hurricane Katrina, or spending weeks at Fort McClellan training cadets, and being able to work with all these people here. Allison in the county attorney's office, she was a law school classmate of mine before she came here. So being able to work with my friends and my neighbors, and then to make so many other friends in my time here. The staff here is exceptional. I love everybody that I work with. I love Heather's cinnamon rolls, and I've already mentioned that this morning. Heather is somebody who I think takes so much personal interest in the success of her staff, and I've really appreciated my time working with her and my time in the county. And I hope as I move on that I've added value here to this organization, and that I'll add value to Pelham, and that I have worked pursuant to Commissioner Stevens' 3 Cs, and will continue to do that. And I think that's good advice and a good mantra to live by. And I know that there are a lot of public hearings scheduled here after me, so I will keep this brief and wrap up. But I really appreciate this, and I really appreciate my time here. I am going to miss everybody tremendously, but I'm not going to a different state. I'm just going down the road, and hopefully I will continue to be able to work with everybody here. And this won't be a goodbye, but it'll be a see you later. And I just really am thankful for my time here, and thankful for everybody in this room. Thank you.
Justin, you've, even in your former life before you came here, you were at the helm with Judge Patelis in Bessemer. In there, you were kind of the go-to guy, too. And since you've been here, you've done the same thing, and we appreciate you. But on behalf of, as president of the Association of County Commissioners of Alabama, I extend to you their appreciation for all you've done with our organization, and you were the president of the AACMA, and you've been involved, and I think you'll stay involved. We'll see you down the road, and good luck in Pelham as your assistant county city attorney manager there. I think you'll probably be the manager there before it's over, but. Congratulations. You've been a stalwart, and thank you for your service.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Well, I was going to say, too, Justin, it's been a wonderful pleasure to know you. More than anything is to know the institutional knowledge that you have about county government, and take that with you. I think the only way you can be effective at a job is that you know it. If you don't know it, you can't be effective at it. You're just occupying space. So I want to tell you as this commissioner how much I appreciate the fact that you just didn't occupy space, but you made yourself effective. When I would call and ask different things, you were very knowledgeable. That's one of the things that I liked about you. You were knowledgeable about the things that I asked. You didn't give me your opinion and what you thought. You gave me what the facts were. And then you provided paperwork to supplement what you had to say. Those are things that are invaluable, Justin. You can't pay for that. Just like you can't pay for loyalty, you can't pay for character. So I want you to understand that as you go, take that character with you. You will do extremely well in wherever you are, because you understand that you're there just not to occupy space, that you're effective. So I want to tell you on behalf of my district how much we appreciate you. We appreciate your institutional knowledge. And I'm with you. It's not a farewell as until I see you again. And hopefully seeing you again won't be so far away.
Thank you, Commissioner.
You're welcome.
And it's absolutely been a pleasure working with y'all as well. And hopefully I will be able to do that again sometime.
She called a lot, didn't she?
Occasionally.
Absolutely. When in doubt, ask.
And you always had an answer. That's the key. That's the key. Good gracious. Justin, I'm going to miss you. We go back a long way from Teresa and Tony and the Civil Air Patrol, and moving forward through some of our toughest times. You have been there and provided information that was needed and necessary to get for Cal to make the right decision, and before him for Tony to do that. You have been an asset, a hidden asset to Jefferson County, and I'm going to tell you, partner, you will be missed. And we wish you the best, wish you and your family the best, and we stand here not as your employer anymore, but as your friends. And we look forward to continuing that friendship moving forward. And we stand as an asset to you now. If anytime we're needed, you pick up the phone and call any of us, and including Cal and his executive staff too. God bless you on your endeavors. Okay.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Don't forget to bring the baby back by.
He'll be up here on the 19th. I'll have him up here with me. He's not a baby anymore.
That's right.
He's a big
He's
boy.
4. He's going into pre-K, and he is tall for
I
his
seen
age.
him on FaceTime.
We'll have to make sure you come and see him on the 19th.
Just don't blink because he'll be in college.
It's very quick.
And
That's right.
congratulations.
That's right. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you all.
Do you want to get a picture up here? Come on. Well, y'all just, yeah, right down there would be great. Executive staff, if you'd like to come join, we'll just come up right behind. Helen, you want to come up?
Hey, Jefferson, can you turn your resolution?
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Few more. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1.
All right, we have several public hearings that we need to go through. The first of which is a carryover Z290009. And I think I had someone that, Wes Langston. Wes, are you here? This is over for that on 4953 Eastern Valley Road.
That's our address.
Yeah, 4975. All right, 4953, which is this address. We're carrying that over because the developer has not had an opportunity to speak with the Carroll Cove Homeowners Association, and we're looking to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to have input moving into this. And it will be addressed in the August meeting. Michael, which one was? Which meeting are we talking about? Second?
No, it's always the first. Always the first meeting of the month. So that will be on, I believe it is August the 8th.
On August the 8th. And we will have input from them. The developer will be here to speak, and we will also get feedback from all of the homeowners. If you will go back and share that with your residents, we will be able to move forward and make sure that we have that informed decision. We didn't feel comfortable making that decision without the Carroll Cove input. Thank you very much. All right, next on the agenda is Z24.
Mr. President?
Yes. Motion to move. Yeah, I didn't think it was even going to be on the agenda, but we'll have a motion to carry over.
So moved.
Motion. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carried over the first meeting in August. All right. Next is Z240011. Jenny Hyde Joyner requests a change in zoning to R4, which is going to be a multifamily zone, to remove a split zoning and allow communal living.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Commissioners. This is a request to go from C1 and R2 to an R4 or multifamily zoning to accommodate a communal living facility. The plan that the property owner has is to convert this existing commercial building into, again, that communal living facility where there will be individual units that will be just for market rent, and then there will be shared areas for bath and for kitchen. The county land use plan, it is contrary to the county policies of the county land use plan, which call for these multifamily type of developments to be located along major thoroughfares and near and and towards clustered along or near Interstate I-22 in the area of Forestdale. And as such, the Planning and Zoning Commission did recommend denial as it is contrary to the policies of those plans. There was someone in opposition at the Planning and Zoning Commission hearing, and they've also submitted some letters and I believe a petition that are included in your packet.
I have several people who are wanting to speak against this. This is in Commissioner Scales' district. Is the developer or the owner here? Would you like to speak? Please.
Good morning.
Name and address, please. And
Yes, my name is Jeannie Hyde Joyner. My address is 405 Hilltop Road, Adamsville, Alabama. And I would like to speak with you all today in reference to the opportunity to add an equality living facility to the Pratt City and Forestdale area. I currently stand as sole proprietor of the business with pure intention to give back to the community that helped mold me into the successful business owner that I am today. For the last 10 years, I've owned a full-service salon that currently employs 12 licensed professionals in the barbering and beauty industry. And moving forward, I would also like to speak to the what, where, and why the community living facility can be a great asset for this district. The community living facility could be an affordable living location offering 12 fully furnished rooms from month to month and or annual rental to individuals 35 years or older, along with handicap access, shared space within the building for male and female restrooms, also providing a shared kitchen and laundry facility. This building is a total of 9,400 square feet with each room at 138 square footage. The furniture will be provided, bed, nightstand, dresser, mini fridge, and television. Each room would have a separate heating and air unit, and there will be a key for the main entrance as well as each private room. The contract that will be enforced would be a light credit check, an extensive background check, and also semi-annual inspections that will be required for each individual. It will be a smoke-free facility. This is not a group home, a halfway house, nor is it a location for individuals to transition back into society. This facility would operate the same as the apartments that are within the mile of this facility, excluding the shared spaces. And also, this is not an income-based facility nor a low-income housing facility. This facility is an option for quality, affordable housing for law-abiding citizens. Pratt City, Forestdale, and Adamsville do hold a special place in my heart for numerous reasons, mainly because this is the first area that my family resided after relocating from my birthplace of Chicago, Illinois. These were all thriving areas years ago. I'm not sure what recently brought on the decline. However, I know the potential this area has, and I am eager to help bridge the gap on the housing crisis locally, along with supporting our community and advocating for more affordable housing in this district. My hope is that you all will collectively support and assist in my vision to bring another successful business to this area, a business that can be a great benefit to the community, also offering more engagement with the citizens of Pratt City, Forestdale, and Adamsville, serving as an extension of housing to this residential area. This is an affordable housing crisis worldwide. Data shows that across the board, the rise in cost of living, whether buying or renting, currently states have banned community living facilities, and they are now revisiting the option due to the soar in unaffordable housing, and homelessness. I would love to help bridge the gap and assist with minimizing the burden of the rise in the living that has been happening for decades. A community living facility is only a cross between a single-family dwelling and a hotel. Along with my gift of loving people is what brought me here today. I have a strong belief that if we take care of each other on our journey to rise, we can help individuals grow and achieve more than they ever imagined possible. Relationships are the foundation of accomplishments, and my hope is to engage more within this district throughout the community living facility. Leadership begins with serving, and my desire to be of service to our community that led me on the path that I walk to this very day, a path of wisdom, love, growth, success, resilience, knowledge, and passion for people. We hear many people say when someone reaches a certain level of success, they should give back to their old neighborhood. And this is my intention through the community living facility. I'm here to extend my strengths to others in hopes that making a positive impact in my community. We can't be everything to everyone, but we can be something to someone. Thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to speak on the behalf of the community living facility in hopes that you all will embrace the opportunity for growth in this community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I have a couple of questions, ma'am.
Yes,
What was this building before?
it was an event center.
Okay. And how many units are you proposing to have in this former event center?
12.
12. And you have shared facilities?
The only shared spaces will be the restroom, the kitchen, and the laundry space.
Okay.
So it will operate very similar to an apartment, excluding the shared spaces.
You're effectively, this is a boarding house.
Not a boarding home, because by state, a boarding home is a facility that provides meal. So a community living facility is a shared space for individuals that are or are not related, but I will not provide meals. So,
Well, how big of a refrigerator will you have if you got 12 families there?
there will be mini fridge in each private room to eliminate any problems.
Yeah, somebody getting your milk,
Right.
that's fighting words.
I will provide, that will be part of the appliances that will be provided for each room, for each private room.
What about on-site management? Who referees when somebody has a disagreement, when somebody stays in the bathroom too long?
I will be on-site management. However, I will provide a individual, a resident that will reside at the location that can help maintain at all times. And there will also be 24-hour surveillance.
And how many restrooms will be in this facility?
There are 2 restrooms on each floor. Each floor has 3 showers and 3 stalls, separate male and female restroom.
What is your security measures that you have?
The first security measure that I will have is to do an extensive background check, and this will be done annually. The second measure is 24-hour video surveillance, and I will also have a individual that will reside there to help ensure safety of each residence.
So in other words, I don't want to put words in your mouth, okay? Do you have on-site security?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
And this on-site security, if I'm hearing you correctly, at the most, how many folks will this facility be able to hold at one time?
24.
24. 24 to 1 security person is a lot. You know that, right?
I can hire additional security.
I hear you. But that needs to be a plan you already have in place. Because just as what my colleague said, if you have a disturbance, then one person can't handle that alone. I'd also be interested in, I noticed that you said that it is not the same as boarding or communal living, so to speak. And it seemed like there's a caveat in terms of words, right? So, and I'm a wordsmith. So that means one has meals and one does not. But outside of that, what makes this particular project or plan different outside of that?
What makes it not a boarding home?
Yeah, because let me explain something. Are you familiar with the long-range land use plan for that area?
No.
You're not familiar with it?
The long-term land
No,
use plan?
long-range land use plan.
No, can you explain that more?
Sure. Every piece of land that you have in any given area has, and the reason why they call it long range because it's the number of years in which it covers, right? And so when you're talking about future development, then it encompasses those what we call rules and regulations that govern that particular area. And I know that we have someone that's in zoning, Mike, okay, that understands that. And so just for her edification, can you share that with her? Because long-range land use plans are always futuristic plans for a given area in terms of what can go on that land that is permissible by law, right? So did I say that nicely?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You covered the base pretty well.
Okay. So anything else you would like to offer her in terms of the long-range land use plan?
All I will say is that this particular area, and I've put this out on the screen, is designated as general transition, and that's just due to the number of community-based businesses that have been located along this highway for several years.
Mm-hmm.
So it lends consideration for higher intensity uses. However, the land use plan does designate areas along major thoroughfares as well as clusters along where the Interstate 22 is going to come into Forestdale, as those particular areas be designated for possible multifamily or consideration of multifamily development. So that would exclude this particular corridor.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Let me ask you, how many people will sleep in that one room?
Up to 2.
So they can have visitors overnight, and
No, there will be no overnight visitors.
so who would determine?
Security and management.
So if you have a boyfriend that he can't come and stay overnight.
Absolutely not. Not if he's not on the contract. Absolutely.
So what makes that not a boarding house because you don't serve them food? That's the only thing that stops that from being a boarding home. I have been trying to get them out of my street. So the only thing stops that from being a boarding home is that you don't serve food.
Yes, and
Yes.
yes, and the fact that it will not allow individuals that are not law-abiding citizens to reside there.
But the boarding home's supposed to be doing the same thing, as long as they are not related, from what I am told. But even the ones that's in my neighborhood, they don't watch them like they should, because there's no way to watch a person, not a grown person, 24 hours a day.
Ma'am, let me just, are you through, Mr. Tyson? Month to month rent?
Yes.
What?
Monthly or annually.
Okay. And what would you charge?
I'm sorry.
What would you charge?
$800 a month.
$800 a month.
So then, I'm sorry, are you finished?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So when you say about monthly rent versus annual, what is the thought process behind that?
In the event that an individual fall on hard times and need temporary location to hold them over until they get to long-term housing,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I would allow month to month. But however, they still will go through the same process with the contract and the background check and the credit check.
Yeah, so we're still looking at transitional type of housing where folk wouldn't live there long term. At least they would have the option not to anyway. Is that right? Would I be saying that
Yes,
correctly?
but the minimum time allowed on a contract would be semi-annually, 6 months.
Okay. So let me say this, because I already know it has nothing to do with you. It has altogether to do with what this plan represents to that community that I know we're trying to do some. That corridor of 78 needs some real shot in the arm in terms of economic development.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so I think, number one, let me say this. I appreciate your presentation and your approach. We had someone else that wanted to do something, and they were a little bit more, I think, combative in their approach when asked questions, right? So what I would like for you to do, because I'm going to tell you at the appropriate time, I'm not going to support it, but it has nothing to do with you. What I'd like for you to do is to educate yourself on the long-range land use plan, because it's obvious to me you've already purchased the property. Am I correct?
Yes.
And that's one of the things that typically happens is that we don't get the zoning part of it, the knowledge of it, so that when we buy it, we're buying it more informed. Am I making sense? So what I'd like for you to do is to get with Mr. Morrison. There's another gentleman that's in the back, right behind. As a matter of fact, turn to your right. Turn on around, keep turning. Okay, you see that gentleman right there?
Yes.
Since you have purchased the property,
Yes.
I'd like for you to revamp your plans in terms of the use of that property and then present it back to the community so that you all can work together collaboratively. Am I making sense?
Absolutely.
I don't want you to leave and you feel as though, wow, I purchased this property and it fell flat today. I'm giving you a pathway so that you can hopefully make another informed use of that property so that it doesn't become more of a debt to you. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. I just wanted you to know that, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. There are several that are speaking against this, but the chair will entertain a motion since this is our staff recommendation was request for denial because it's not in compliance with the policies of the land use plan. And I think that, Commissioner, you have made that very clear, that this is not for an individual, this is for non-compliance of our land use plan. So if it's okay with the citizens, we will go ahead and act upon that. Is there anyone who wishes to speak? Come on up then. Well, and that's what I'm doing. You going? Well, that's all you needed to do. You just gotta have a seat. You don't have to talk. You're way ahead of the game right now.
I want to make sure, did y'all get this letter that I turned in?
We got the letter, yes, sir.
Okay. There's a situation down in Lakeview that they're having the same situation down there with the CLF.
We're good.
Okay.
This is against our land use plan.
Well, I was going to go over the fact that
not
their
necessary.
police have been called 12 times in 3 months down there.
No, not needed.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Chair will entertain a motion.
Move to deny.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, there we go. Sometimes it's about the policies. Jefferson County policies are put in place for a particular reason. If anyone wants to get up and that's already been hanging, you're welcome to leave.
Young lady,
Not that you're encouraged to leave, but you're welcome to because you've taken care of what you needed to.
That don't mean you, Josh.
Yeah, don't mean you have to. Next we have Z240021. This is change of zoning from light industrial to allow outdoor storage. Is there anyone here that speak in favor of or in opposition to this? Is there anyone in opposition to it? You in opposition? Is there anyone?
Do we have enough people to meet?
Hey, where's everybody going? All right. I'll tell you what we can do.
I got to go. I got something to do today.
We need a quorum. Chair will entertain a motion to approve this variance or this zoning request. All right, we have a motion.
Second.
In a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. You still want to talk? All right. Sometimes it's best if you got it going your way, just don't say anything.
Thank you.
Next is Z240022 H&C Properties. Dwight Hooper requests a change in zoning to the I-1 light industrial to remove split zoning. Is there anyone in the audience who wish to speak to this? If I'm going to open a public hearing at this time, anyone in the audience? Seeing none, public hearing is closed.
Move the item.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Next is Z240023. Hillview Baptist Church, Bob Pritchard, agent, requests a change from I-1 zoning to remove split zoning and to bring the existing church zoning into compliance. Like to open a public hearing on this particular issue. Anyone in the audience in favor of or in opposition to this? Are you in opposition? In favor of? Yes, sir. Chair will entertain a motion.
Are we closed?
Close the hearing.
Motion. Move it. Move the item.
Second.
Item's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None opposed. Z240024. Sandra Nelson Person and Joel Douglas requesting a change in zoning to the C1 commercial zone to remove split zoning for a future commercial use. Michael, you may want to explain this one a little more.
Yes, sir. As you'll see on the map, the zoning map itself, a lot of this property is already zoned blanket C1. They're just wishing to consolidate the zoning on this one particular parcel. There isn't a designated use at this point in time. I think they're marketing it for some sort of commercial use. As such, the P&Z recommended approval with several conditions, basically limiting or specifying and then limiting what sort of uses can go on the property. Staff has come back and re-examined those. And again, staff has suggested that we just limit or restrict the use of the property for a bus station, temporary carnivals, fortune telling, helistops, private clubs, radio stations, the retail sales of liquor for off-premise consumption. Again, this is just specifying specific things that are designated within the zoning ordinance itself that would probably not be appropriate for this particular location. Again, P&Z recommended approval of those conditions. Staff has recommended that with the modified conditions in this particular instance.
Thank you, Michael. I'd like to open a public hearing, Z240024. Anyone in the audience wish to address or speak to this issue? Seeing none, the public hearing is closed.
Mr. President, I have a question before we take the item up.
Sure.
One thing is I noticed that you said proposed conditional use is hotels or motels, right? So, do you know what the property will be possibly used for? Has it been stated?
Again, no, ma'am. This is done basically on a speculative basis.
Okay, so we just only talking about what could possibly be in that zoned area.
Yes, ma'am.
And so we just making sure that we put some perimeters in place.
That's correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Because I'm thinking like, okay, is something getting ready to brew there that maybe I don't know, but okay, I get it. Move the item.
Have a motion? Public hearing is not closed. Have a motion?
I'll second it. Do we need to add anything to that prohibited?
I think we've pretty well covered the basis of things that are stipulated within the ordinance itself.
Anything that starts with a B?
That's prohibited countywide.
And it ends with an O? That. Oh, that's so...
Chair will have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, next we have several items that are by Shamrock Sustainable Investments. The first of which is Z240026, change zoning to sell for residential use, zone from I-3. It's located on 161 Norris Lane and covers 20.97 acres. Is there anyone in the audience do we have the developer here? All right, that's great. Who do you represent?
I work for American Forest Management, but we have a contract with Shamrock to manage the property.
You've worked with Shamrock to do that, so when I open the public hearing, I'd like for you to speak. Michael, do you want to? I pretty much described it, didn't I?
That's correct, yes, sir.
And this is going to cover not just this particular issue, but the next 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
4,
Mr.
So
President.
They're all very similar.
They're all very similar. They cover the same area.
Yeah, I was about to say, can we not just take them all up at one time?
County Attorney, can we combine? Let me go ahead and do that at this time then. We have Shamrock Sustainable Investments. We have Z240026, 0027, 0029. And that ends that. So
Also case 25. You didn't
25, yeah. So I'd like to, thank you, Michael. I'd like to open a public hearing at this time for those before named properties. And I'd like for the land management gentleman to come up and state his name and his address and kind of reassure me a little bit about what's going on.
Yes, sir. My name's Cliff O'Rear. I work with American Forest Management. We have a contract with Shamrock Sustainable Investments. They purchased roughly 27,000 acres of what was at one time U.S. Steel property. They purchased these properties as a timber investment, but as a forester, as a land manager, we realize that some properties are not really suited for growing timber, and they would be better suited for maybe someone building a cabin or a house, residential use. We're not a developer. We have no intention to subdivide or develop these properties. We would just like to have them rezoned A1 so that the future purchasers could obtain building permits and build on the property.
So all you're doing is someone wanted to make a hunting property out of this, they can come back and build a cabin and a hunting lodge.
Well, if they want to use it for recreational use, if they want to build a house like this particular property here, there's a road that goes up on top of the ridge, and it's a beautiful place to build a home up there. But the property itself isn't that great for growing timber. So
Why?
It's just the ground.
The topography?
Topography.
Or what's in the ground?
Just the topography. We have, as far as what's in the ground, we just own the surface rights.
Okay, so how long have y'all had it?
My client purchased the property in May of last year.
Oh, okay.
Who are the principals of Shamrock?
It's an investment group that's overseen by TRG, the Rohatton Group, and we're the land managers.
Yeah, 27,000 acres this is only a very, very small portion of that.
Yes.
That you're asking to be changed. Yes. All of it's in my district, so.
Yes, sir.
One of the things that I am looking for as a commissioner is to make sure that the people that you are bringing in are fully aware that most of that has been subterranean mined and that there are gas pockets down there, and we wanted to make sure that they go in with full disclosure and understanding. Absolutely. That.
Absolutely, and I saw the news article that came after Tuesday's closed door meeting. And I spoke with my supervisors, and I put an email out to our client. We may need to have an engineering firm, specialists, go through all the data. I know all of the mining, all the information regarding mining in this area is located in a library in Jasper with the Alabama Mining Commission. Now, I can go up there and pull that information, but I think it would probably make you more comfortable if we had a professional that specializes in mining and mining activities to go through each of these properties where we're requesting rezoning, just to let us know, hey, are there any underground mines, active or abandoned, how deep, and what are the risks of gas seepage?
I can tell you there are mines under there. And the key is to how deep are they?
Right.
And are there any gas pockets that will increase your liability? Now that everyone, the public, has been made aware of it, I just want to make sure that the people understand and let the buyer beware if there is something down
Yes,
there, and that if I were you, if I were in your shoes, I would contract with the engineer and get some type of a backup for that.
Right.
As you begin to sell it, and have full disclosure as you begin to transfer that, because of the liability that would be involved.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's kind of where I was going when I was asking about what's in the ground, because I think the way this reads is that the purchase is to convert it into some kind of residential area.
Well, just to give in all honesty, we plan to list these properties for sale. And we would like to have them zoned A1 so that future purchasers can obtain building permits to build on the properties.
So okay, it's agriculture.
Yeah, what they've got, it's industrial right now.
Yes.
All that was mining property, and what they want to do, they want to change it to A1, where you could actually put a trailer on it.
Yes.
Or you could, but there is no R going. There won't be several residents there.
They can't build a prison on there, can you?
No.
I don't put nothing past none of y'all.
Yeah.
No, just A1, so that if someone wants to use it and build a cabin, build a house, just for their personal residence.
Right.
If a future purchaser wants to subdivide, they would have to come.
They would have to come back to the commission. That's the key.
That's what I was wondering. Is this something that's will be coming back and saying, okay, now we want to put
not
A
from
cow
us.
farm.
a cow farm will be all right, but I'm talking about like 5 houses on an acre subdivision.
Oh yeah, we have no intention, no desire. We're land managers, timber first, and this particular client said, hey, let's take some of these properties that are not great timberland and sell them.
Does it have timber on it now?
It does.
Okay, has it ever been strip mined?
That particular property has been strip mined, which you'll notice to the north. That's a personal farm up there. That has been strip mined. This entire area right here has been stripped and reclaimed. Now, and some of the properties that we're looking to rezone, there's no evidence that I can see that they've been strip mined.
Okay, appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'd like to open a public hearing at this time for those aforementioned zonings 825, 26, 27, and 28.
29.
Is there anyone in the audience?
29.
I'm sorry, it's 29. Is there anyone in the audience which should speak in favor of or in opposition to this now? Chair will entertain a motion.
Items 7 through 10.
Have a motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
It was approved, buddy. Thank you. Next is Z240031, Bent's Properties, LLC, and Jane's World, LLC. Owners require a change in zoning to the A1 zone for a warehouse use? That didn't sound right. Just
No.
read that.
It's for residential use. They're planning on putting a homestead there, but it'll be like a personal storage, I believe, is the immediate.
Okay. This is in a lot 2 of Petty subdivision.
That's correct. It's recently been approved for subdivision.
Okay. This is in Trussville. So,
Yes, sir.
Okay. Like to open a public hearing now on
Well, it's not in the city of Trussville, right?
Obviously not.
Z240031. Anyone in the audience wish to speak in favor of or in opposition to this? Commissioner Knight, this is your district. Do you have any reservations about this?
No.
There are no reservations. Public hearing is now closed. Chair will entertain a motion.
Move it.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? There is none. That's passed. Commissioners, you have 63 resolutions that we properly vetted on in our pre-commission meeting on Tuesday. Is there any that a particular commissioner would like to pull for separate consideration or vote?
I'd like to pull item 56 for consideration.
Item 56.
Demolition.
These are demolition?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? A motion would be in order for 1 through 63 with separate consideration of 56. Is that your motion?
Yes.
Do I have a second? Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Number 56, Commissioner.
Yeah, item 56 is our demolition of multiple properties. And I just wanted to set it out to thank Josh Johnson and his development team, because this is something that we've been trying to do for a long time in the county, and that is to remove some of the blight out there that we've had buildings that are falling in, properties that are near neighborhoods that you know we hadn't been able to get the proper sequence of events to go and take control in order to demolish them. So I just wanted to set it out separately and thank y'all for what you've done in Docena area. And now that we're moving over to Robinwood, and we're going to continue to move throughout the county to remove these dilapidated buildings that nobody is taking care of, so that, you know, it makes it better for those in the surrounding area. So I move the item with that, Commissioner.
Second. Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Good job, John. That brings us to the end of our agenda. We have 2 items of new business for consideration that was going to require unanimous consent. One of them is from Commission District 2, which is an appointed administrative secretary, classification 094602. It will be effective July 1. And the other is a resolution that comes from the EMA. It's good to see you, Jim. For the Jefferson County Commission to issue funds for outdoor sirens that we would be able to procure from Shelby County. And it allows each of our commission districts to have additional sirens that would be available to help the citizens in case of an emergency. So those are the 2 items, and the chair will entertain a motion for unanimous consent.
Move for unanimous consent. Consider 2 items.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion. Is this, and I understand that, excuse me, hold me.
What is that?
Is this needed today?
What is it?
He leaves tomorrow, okay. We have an additional item of new business for the confidential secretary. Emily Ingram is needed to travel to leave to go. Would you speak to it, please? I'm not familiar with it at all.
We're going to the commission conference tomorrow with Commissioner Knight. All of us.
No, I'm not going.
You're not going to go?
This is the National Association.
It's the national, so I will be going by myself. He's not going.
Okay, so this is for the NACO, so you want to add additional travel dollars. And is this already in the budget? Are we just allocating it?
In there.
Okay, so commissioners will need,
Move for consideration of a third new item.
for a third item of new business, which would be the travel for District 2. For an amended unanimous consent, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It carries unanimously. Does anyone want to separate these items for consideration? like to?
No, I would like to have Mr. Coker come up and just kind of give us a brief overview on these sirens and how
Sure.
it came about and why we're having to do it as new business, because it was a new item. So if he would, sir.
Commissioner. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Before I start, I want to point out to the media and to the public the high level of public safety interest that this commission has and the commission staff. Since 2011, including 2011, this county's been hit with 30 tornadoes. In the last 10 years, we've had 19 tornadoes hit this county. So the commission has been providing funding for storm shelters. But one thing you need before you need a storm shelter is the knowledge that you need to go to a shelter or seek shelter. So we had an opportunity come up through Shelby County to be given tornado sirens, the same type that we currently use. If you went out and you had to purchase a new siren, including installation, you're looking at about $25,000. So we're looking at about 25 sirens, and we can put 19 sirens in place in your districts that will help warn the public. The others we'll use for parts to maintain ones that we already have. You've heard us all talk over and over and over about you need multiple warning tools in your toolbox. This is one of the tools in the toolbox. When Fultondale, in your district, sir, was hit in 2021.
In January.
In January. Two of the tools did not work. Weather radios did not work. Wireless emergency alerts. Those are both federal. But sirens and mass notifications did work. And that storm is a prime example of what scares me. It was at night, 10:30 at night. From the time it was really seen on radar until it was chewing up the city of Fultondale was 8 minutes. So your warning time is key. So this will help us with the tools in the toolbox, because our goal, as is yours, is the public safety here. So Chris Taylor, Deputy Director, has done extensive research on where these should be put. They're not just darts on a dartboard. Because of our topography here, all of our hills, the range may not be the same for every siren on the audible side. So a lot of work has been done here to consider the best places to keep the most people safe.
Jim, we certainly do appreciate that. And
thank you.
Commissioner Knight said it properly, is that we're good partners.
Absolutely.
And we're here to improve the quality of life and the safety of our citizens.
Yes, sir.
And we set that as a top priority. And it's a pleasure to this commission, and I can speak for everyone, that we will continue to do so, and we appreciate the efforts that you make and the work that you do, because it does make a difference.
It is truly a work of the community and partnerships. Our staff, your staff, we're all working together.
Appreciate that.
Mr. President, let me also say this too, especially I think it's befitting in this setting that, Jim, you have been superb in making sure that we have good information that we can share with our constituents. You send out those emails, you make sure that we know about pending weather that may be adverse, but more importantly, you're educating us. I've never had this much interest, to be honest with you, in some of these storms, but it's very educational. And really, if we just look at the emails for what they are, you're giving us a timeline of how things are going, and it helps because then a lot of people don't understand when you work in our capacity, storms and other kind of unforeseen things, that's when we're actually called to work, even the more. We don't have the liberty to take off. And I just appreciate you being very on time as it relates to making sure that we have adequate information, making sure that if there are places that we can go to for safety. In fact, I was telling Commissioner Knight last night, I think for us this is really just a blessing. Don't know how it got to be what it is, but I'm accounting for what it has been presented. But I think Helen and Cal, for you to direct Helen, that I think that this needs to be gotten out to the media in terms of how this action today is very beneficial to the overall residents and stakeholders of Jefferson County. It's easy to go into a storm and don't have no idea that a storm may be on the way. So this gives us another tool that we can put in our toolbox to say, hey, this is another way we protect citizens by making them aware proactively than us being reactive. So, Cal, if you can make sure that that's done, so Helen, I'm giving you a hint, but I'm not giving you a directive. But Jim, outstanding work as always, and thank you so much for always looking out for our benefit.
And I will credit our staff. 'Cause
You
I
and your
I
staff.
do it myself.
You are your staff.
Well, I remember years ago that we addressed this issue then and said, are we going to, as we were transitioning to the notification by phone and multimedia type, that do we keep the sirens or do we get out of the siren business? And back then we said, let's do both. I'm still committed to that.
You know, for a long time, we've had the distinction of being one of the most tornado-prone counties in the state. And I like to be number one, but not in that category. So I think it's on us to make sure that we've got every possible method in place to save lives.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Mr. President, I'd like to submit this resolution for the Emergency Management Agency, but the document said has received 21 outdoor warning signs. I'd like not to limit it to 21 because I think it could be a higher number. So how would we do that? Up to 30? Is that good, Jim?
Well, maybe we just don't put an amount, and then we leave it open, so as they are needed, they can just be added. So we can delete that language and then substitute it to say, based on an as-needed basis.
Well, I just didn't want to limit
You
it
don't give
to-
nobody a blank check.
Well, that's not a blank check. It's not blanket unless it is approved by this commission. So in other words, what we're doing is we're passing a resolution so that we're leaving it open so that when other opportunities make themselves available, then we can do what we need to do in a timely manner. So that being said, let me ask this question, County Attorney. Can we put on an as-needed basis based upon funds available or some type of language along those lines?
Well, I think the purpose of your resolution is to increase the budget for the purchase of those warning sirens. Well, it's for the installation.
Yeah, installation. They were free.
Yeah.
They're given to us.
So I just didn't want it to read that, well, wait a minute, this said 21 and y'all got 25.
Oh,
I mean,
Well, that's what I was saying. I thought that we could delete the number.
well, but I guess it's factual that you received 20. Is that correct? So the significance of the number is just a factual basis.
And it's just for informational purposes.
Let's just ask the folks back here that know.
We do have a number of sirens from the municipalities within Shelby County that are offering these. Some are holding onto them and have offered them to us at a later date. We've got roughly about 25. We've got space to relocate about 19. The others are going to cannibalize to make sure that we've got free parts. Why not use them? So there may be other opportunities you alluded to that we could expand.
Mm-hmm.
It's the important point here is that these sirens were donated to us, and that the dollars that we're allocating here is for the installation of these sirens.
That's exactly right.
So
we don't have to put a
let's
number.
take a number out. Let's take a number out. That's easiest.
Yeah.
Right.
21 is just factual, but you could move the money to install sirens, whatever that is.
Well, let's just take the number out. I think that settles it. We received sirens from Shelby County.
So you ready to
will
call for the vote?
That the chair will entertain a motion for the approval of. Can we do them all together? Yeah. For the travel, for the
Move items
siren.
1 through 3, Mr. President.
1 through 3. There you go.
As presented with the deletion of 21 in terms of the number of sirens.
Second.
Have a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're good. That carries us to County Attorney. Good morning.
Good morning. Just wanted to say today you all had a significant number
Cal.
Good morning, Commissioners. I just wanted to thank the employees in the revenue department that work on the counter. In the last 3 or 4 months, we've gotten multiple emails and thank yous from citizens for the way our employees have been serving them with their kindness and efficiency. So they have a thankless job. We appreciate it for all employees that have to work the front counter and deal with the public and serve in that regard.
Thank you, Cal. Any commissioner would like to address the body?
I wish Commissioner Tyson smooth sailing on the NACO trip. And,
I thought you told me you was
no, I'm sorry I couldn't make it. But
120 down
Again.
She says it's 120 degrees down there. Well, I hope you come back non-melted. I would like to congratulate all of us on our report from the Alabama Department of Examiners of Public Accounts of not having no significant findings. And that is always a good news for us as commissioners. And finally, I would like to congratulate somebody that's usually here at our meetings, and that is Mr. Solomon Crenshaw for the receipt of several awards from the NFPW for his outstanding work. So congratulations, Mr. Solomon Crenshaw.
He's one side.
That sounds like it. Congratulations. It's good to see that. There being no further business to come before this commission, this meeting is now recessed. Thank you very much. Barnett, this is a copy of that. You know, you were concerned when we were meeting.